Imagine trusting someone so completely that you would give them your money, your freedom, your family, and even your life. Throughout history, millions of people have followed charismatic leaders who promised salvation, enlightenment, or a better future. But behind many of these promises was a dark reality filled with manipulation, fear, violence, and death. Today, we're exploring the most dangerous cults in history, groups that shocked the world and left behind tragedies that are still remembered decades later. Let's begin. 1. People's Temple, the Jonestown Tragedy. In the 1950s, a preacher named Jim Jones founded the People's Temple. At first, he appeared to be a champion of equality and social justice. Thousands admired him, but over time, Jones became increasingly controlling. He demanded absolute loyalty and convinced his followers that the outside world was their enemy. In 1977, he moved hundreds of followers to a remote settlement in the South American country of Guyana. The settlement was called Jonestown. Then, on November 18, 1978, the unthinkable happened. More than 900 people died after being forced or persuaded to consume poison. It remains one of the deadliest cult tragedies in modern history. 2. Aum Shinrikyo. Next is one of the most dangerous cults ever formed. Founded by Shoko Asahara in Japan, Aum Shinrikyo mixed religion, doomsday prophecies, and conspiracy theories. Followers believed a global apocalypse was coming. In 1995, members carried out a terrifying attack on the Tokyo metro using sarin nerve gas. The attack killed and injured numerous people and spread panic throughout the country. The world realized that cults could become far more dangerous than anyone had imagined. 3. Heaven's Gate. What if a group believed that aliens were waiting to rescue them? That's exactly what happened with Heaven's Gate. Led by Marshall Applewhite, members believed they could leave Earth and reach a higher existence aboard an alien spacecraft. In 1997, 39 followers died in a mass suicide in the belief that their souls would join a spacecraft supposedly traveling behind the Hale-Bopp comet. The event shocked the world and became one of the most infamous cult stories ever recorded. 4. The Manson Family. Few cult leaders are as infamous as Charles Manson. During the late 1960s, Manson gathered devoted followers and convinced them he was a prophetic figure. He manipulated followers into carrying out brutal murders, including the killing of actress Sharon Tate and several others. The crimes horrified the public and transformed Manson into a symbol of cult manipulation and violence. 5. Branch Davidians. The Branch Davidians were led by David Koresh. Koresh claimed to possess unique spiritual authority and attracted loyal followers. In 1993, a standoff between the group and federal authorities took place near Waco, Texas. The siege lasted for weeks before ending in a devastating fire that killed many members. The tragedy remains one of the most controversial incidents in American history. 6. Order of the Solar Temple. The Order of the Solar Temple was a secretive cult operating mainly in Europe and Canada. Its leaders claimed they possessed hidden spiritual knowledge and convinced followers that death would lead them to a higher realm. During the 1990s, dozens of members died in a series of shocking incidents linked to the organization. Investigators uncovered evidence suggesting manipulation, coercion, and organized killings. 7. Children of God. Founded by David Berg, this movement attracted followers across many countries. The group promoted extreme beliefs and became the subject of numerous allegations involving abuse and exploitation. Although the organization later changed its name, controversies surrounding its history continue to be discussed today. 8. NXIVM. Unlike many traditional cults, NXIVM presented itself as a self-improvement organization. Founded by Keith Raniere, it attracted professionals, entrepreneurs, and even celebrities. Behind the scenes, prosecutors later alleged that members were manipulated, controlled, and exploited. Raniere was eventually convicted on serious criminal charges, and the case became international news. 9. The Ant Hill Kids. This Canadian cult was led by Rock Terrio. What began as a religious community gradually turned into a nightmare. Members endured extreme abuse, violence, and control. Former followers described horrific conditions that shocked investigators and the public alike. 10. The Ugandan Doomsday Cult. In 2000, the movement for the restoration of the Ten Commandments of God became the center of a major tragedy in Uganda. Leaders predicted the end of the world. When those predictions failed, events took a deadly turn. Hundreds of people lost their lives, making it one of the deadliest cult disasters in history. Conclusion. These cults may seem different from one another, but they shared one powerful pattern. A charismatic leader, isolation from outsiders, fear and control, and followers who gradually lost the ability to question what they were being told. The stories you've heard today are reminders of how dangerous manipulation can become when people surrender critical thinking and personal freedom. Which cult shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy dark history, mysteries, and psychology, subscribe to Mystora for more stories hidden in the shadows of history. Thanks for watching.